The sugar roads in the village of San Esteban are in deplorable condition, really terrible shape. 2 weeks of alternate cold fronts and sun have improved them considerably, but that's not saying much at all. There is absolutely no way that loaded cane trucks would be able to maneuver through these deep ruts. And if that isn't bad enough, there are various spots where culverts have been washed away. We weren't adventurous enough to try crossing, and trucks definitely would not be able to either.
Like this, we have many others, and not only in this area of San Esteban, but also all around within Corozal and Oranjak. So this creates very difficult situation for the farmers. If the crop would have started the 25th, as BSI had announced, they would have the mill prepared. You see that this would create a very, very huge problem to the farmers to take their cane to the mill.
While just maneuvering the muddy, broken roads in San Esteban took most of our time, BSCFA Vice Chairman Alfredo Ortega explained that all branches are reporting similar conditions. Even if the gods of dispute resolution were smiling happily, intensive roadworks would be necessary before farmers can get to work.
I think that it would need very heavy work that need to be done. I think a lot of investment need to be done, not only in bringing white malt to the road, but also in replacing those culverts that have been washed away. And I believe that some areas that don't need any more culvert, I think it's a bridge that need to be placed on those areas, because the amount of rain that we are experiencing now with the climate change had caused that those small culverts that were placed before doesn't have the sufficient space for water to run through, so it easily being washed away by the heavy current that is being experienced. So I believe that really and truly that the government need to bring their engineers and to see and to do a work then that will remain for the future, and not only just pace on it, and then next year we need the same amount of level of investment again.
And that's just one major hurdle. Even if the dispute was resolved and the roads paved with gold, farmers still would not be able to deliver. Thanks to Mother Nature's abundant and incessant blessings, the cane is saturated and quality is not up to standard.
Farmers would be unable to deliver cane at this point in time. It's not that the cane is not mature. The situation is that with the amount of water that we have experienced for the past, since the 23rd of May, that the rainfall started to fall, the land is very saturated at this point in time, and our chemists made some analysis last week whereby it came out that only 4 out of the 80 analysis they made and passed over a little bit, and I think they went a little bit over 80% purity.
BSCFA operates under a memorandum of understanding with BSI, which states that cane purity must not be less than 81%. Because of the rain, sucrose content is low, and because farmers are paid based on the quality they deliver, delivering now is not an option.
It is not good for farmers to deliver at this point in time, because we would be experiencing in the vicinity of 15 to 17 tons cane per ton of sugar, and that is not good for us.
What would be the optimal TCTS?
Well, we started last year, when we started the 2012-2013 crop, we started with a TCTS of 10.56, 10.56, which led us to finalize the crop with a 9.13 average, which you see we experience a very good price for the past crop. So if we should start crop, we as cane farmers and as BSCFA, we need to look forward in the quality of cane that we will deliver, because it is not good. It will be very harmful for the farmers to deliver cane at this quality that we have presently at this time. That will really damage the pocket of the farmers if we start with this quality of cane that we have.
Sugar roads and sucrose content aside, there is still the matter of the dispute. December 15th was thrown out as a deadline date for resolution, but that will not happen. Ortega says that a more realistic date is January 15th. Starting the crop after that point will have great repercussions for the industry.
We have experienced for the past that we have started crop in the middle of November and sometimes in the middle of December, but we have experienced at the past time when we had extended crop, when the mill was not doing so good, we begin crop with rain and we end out crop with rain, and that caused us to have a very, very bad quality of cane for the full crop. So in our case, at this point in time where we are, I believe that if we pass more than the 15th of January and there is nothing resolved, then there would be a very, very negative impact in regards to the sugar industry, and mostly to the farmers, because then that will create a very heavy situation on farmers, that it might be that some of them won't be able to harvest their cane because of the length of time that would be needed for the crop to go on. So it is very important, and that is why we have been calling on BSI to come to the table and let us negotiate this thing and finalize as early as we can, so that we shouldn't reach to that point in time where it will create further damage, not only to us but also to the industry in a whole.
Farmers have fingers crossed for a resolution and for at least 15 days of sunny weather. Mike Rodon for News 5.